how do you actually make £1 million from investing? Not online hype, not crypto mugshots, and not quit your job in 6 months. I mean, properly, slowly, and realistically. In this video, I'm going to break down how long it realistically takes, what kind of returns are realistic, and what I am personally doing myself. Because I'm on this journey myself, and I'm not a millionaire yet, but I am building towards it. So, quick disclaimer before we get into things. This is not financial advice. I am sharing my personal journey and what I'm doing. Investing carries risk, and past returns don't guarantee future results. So, first things first, £1 million sounds absolutely huge, but mathematically, it's not magic. It's compound growth over time. And the key is, you don't earn £1 million, you build it. Okay, let's go through the numbers and the maths. So let's assume you're averaging a long-term annual growth of 7%. This can be achieved in certain index funds, such as the S&P 500. So let's say you invested £500 per calendar month, and it was averaging you 7% per year. You'd end up with roughly £610,000 after 30 years. Not quite the million that we're hoping for, which surprises people. So let's say instead you invested £1,000 per calendar month at a 7% return per year. For 30 years, you'd end up with roughly £1.2 million. So that's where it starts to happen. So the equation is simple: time, consistency, and return. Okay, so we're going to talk about how long this would actually take. So let's say you are 25 years old and you invest £1,000 a month with a 7% return. By the time you're 55 years old, you could realistically hit that £1 million mark. So if you start at the age of 35 instead, it would probably take you until you're about 65 to earn that £1 million, which wouldn't be a bad retirement whatsoever. But what if you only invested £500 per calendar month? Realistically, you're probably never going to hit that million mark. It's just not enough. And this is why your income matters. So I want to talk to you about my personal journey. So for me personally, I currently have money invested within St. James's Place, which is a financial firm, and they can advise you on how to save your money. And I also have my property investments, which are generating me rental income. But my approach, it isn't get rich quick, it's structured growth. I use St. James's Place personally because I like the structure of it. I like the advisor's guidance and the long-term managed approach and the feeling of safety. But I know that's not for everybody. You do have to pay fees to use it. And I'm not trying to say to everybody, oh, go and use St. James's Place. I'm just telling you what I personally use myself. Now, historically, balanced portfolios over long periods tend to average around 6 to 8% annually. Some years are higher, some years are lower. But over decades, that's the realistic expectation. Not 20%, not 30%, and no crypto style returns. But you've really got to make sure that you've got realistic expectations. Here's what most people get wrong. They underestimate time and they overestimate returns, and they quit way too early. Compound interest is slow at the start, but then it accelerates. By year 20, growth becomes noticeable. By year 30, it literally explodes. This is why you've just got to be patient. Patience is everything. So maybe you want to increase the speed and get to that £1 million faster than that 30 years. Well, realistically, there's only a couple of ways you can actually do this. And that's by increasing contributions or add additional income streams, which is what I'm trying to do with my rental portfolio. So for me, that's where property comes in. Rental income plus equity growth plus leverage. That's how you speed up the timeline, because relying purely on £500 per month investing, it is possible technically, but it's very slow. So here's the truth, guys. Making £1 million is realistic, but it requires 20 to 30 years, constant investing, emotional control, and ideally increasing your salary over time. You're not going to get rich quick, but that's not what this video is all about. So I am personally building towards that £1 million mark. And I'm doing this through investing and property and structured growth. So I am now documenting all this on my YouTube channel. There's no hype, there's no fake gurus, there's just real numbers, and I will always be authentic with you guys. So if you're interested in following my journey, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.